it got to a point yenye sasa ikakuwa life is growing or expanding, and unajua ile fear ya what are you really doing with your life? So I was enrolled in law school. I liked it. Haikukuwa ati kitu stressful, but my heart wasn't there.
Fire is a leading cause of fire. Ukitaka toka basi we ondoka. Obviously wawili tumechoka, can't you see? Suffering makes us feel so safe. Maybe cause we know it so well. We suffer cause we choose to. Utanitukana then I'll abuse you. I'm tired of this cycle, making me feel so psycho. Wacha mapenzi iwe huru, wacha mapenzi idumu. Love's a fire, love's a fire that would never burn us, only purify us. Love's a fire, love's a fire that would never burn us, only purify us. So let love lead, 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 let love lead. We don't fit. Kuja kwangu mimi na kuenzi, unatafuta mapenzi mbali. Nitakuandalia meza weketi shiba, sema zako shida, niko hapa kusikiza. Duniani kuna shida, hapa tuko sawa. Shika mikono yangu leo, mimi ndo dawa. Occasional selfishness never harmed nobody. The slower you breathe, the more to you life reveals. I've been calling and calling and calling, secretly hoping that you would be waiting too. We've been locked in from noon. I've got so much in store for you, yeah. 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 Hujawahi sema lakini mimi najua, mamanzi umepata yao ni kupitia. Hawakutosha mboga na wewe hujashiba, vizuri ulikuja cause bega utapata. Plus more, I'm what you're looking for, to get something new. Of the old you should let go, take your ego out the door. I have no need for your past, let the future wait, it's the present I adore. Mimi na wewe mipango tutengeze, ya kusonga mbele na kufika kilele. Wacha wao waseme usiku walale, najua wanijua na mimi hupenda kelele, yeah. Yeah, maombi yangu najua ukija huku sana. I can see you from the corner of my eye ukisonga. Lines zako classic, coated in plastic. Ukizitupa mi nashika, uongo bata aminika. Nimekuwa nikifly so high. Ukiongea mi nashuka, siwezi deny. Nimekuwa nikifly so high. Ukiongea mi nashuka, siwezi deny. Yeah, I'm falling. You know you got me falling. Yeah, you got me falling. Boy, you got me falling for you. Inakaa umezoea kuangusha, mi sijazoea kusikiza. I'll make it clear, mi sidai kutoroka. You've got me right where you want. Juu nimekuwa nikifly so high. Ukiongea mi nashuka, siwezi deny. Nimekuwa nikifly so high. Ukiongea mi nashuka, siwezi deny. Yeah, I'm falling. You know you got me falling. Yeah, you got me falling. Boy, you got me falling for you.
My name is Ach13ng. Close people call me Bella. My artistic name is Ach13ng, spelled Ach13ng. I am a singer, songwriter, professional BGV. Where?
This is my story as a bartender. She sat across the counter and I waited on her. Alinipa story, nikampa kinywaji. Kaniambia mengi kuhusu huyo chali. Nilikuwa na maswali, majibu nilipata. Pamoja na yale ambayo sikuyataka. I saw them a number of times, sending each other those vibes. His hands aching to touch her kinky hair. And if I could change a thing, I'd give the two a little swing. If I could change a thing, I'd get rid of all the in-betweens. Become a Ach13ng, Imosa. Move closer, peana salamu. Kuhereria, guide the moto. Become a Ach13ng, Imosa. Bartender, could you be my advisor? Unieleze jinsi naweza approach her. Kuna vile huyu lioness anichanganya, hata nikipanga maneno yapotea. Bartender saidia, mina angamia. Kijana yuko hapa na siwezi karibia. Woga hunishika nikimuangalia, natamani kuongea but maneno sina. Bartender, ai nimechoka kuwa messenger. Just to move to the next year. and say hi to that fella. Kila siku ni bartender. Ai nimechoka kuwa messenger. So just move to the next chair. Now salimie msupa. If I could change a thing, I'd give the two a little swing. If I could change a thing, I'd get rid of all the in-betweens. Become a chutney, imosa. Move closer, peana salamu. Kuhereria, gaidi amodo. Become a chutney, imosa. Become a chutney, imosa. Move closer, peana salamu. Kuhereria, gaidi amodo. Become a chutney, imosa. Kila siku ni bartender. Najua umechoka kuwa messenger. Serikali haitasaidia. Ni wewe ninaomba msaada. Ni kama huyu simba nampenda. Juu roho yangu imekata kutulia. Utamu wake unanivutia. Nimeshindwa kutoa picha akilini. Become a chutney, imosa. Move closer, peana salamu.
I'm just a creative, man. I feel like all these titles are they're small. Like I'm expansive. I like to feel like that. I like to sing. I like to make music for children and also music for the inner child. I have grown living, loving music and finally creating, releasing, sharing music. I don't know, playfulness came first. And then realization that music ni mchezo tu, ni kucheza na time, na sounds. I've been singing all my life. I've been writing all my life as well. Maybe more intentionally when I was like 14, 15, 16. I am the firstborn of 4. I don't really have a T1 place because I've grown up in different places. I've lived in so many different places. So many different places within. Yeah, mimi si wa pahali pamoja. Hata sitaki kukua wa pahali pamoja, nataka tu kukua kila pahali. But in terms of specific location, I was born and raised in Webuye. I love that place. I hope to not retire, but to move my music there sometime soon. And then I came to Nairobi with my mom. I have 4 other siblings. Wazazi wangu walienda family planning. So the breaks are not extreme, except maybe mimi na last born wetu, which is man, there's a 15-year gap, but we're close. We're close. Yeah, I have a tight-knit family. We love each other. We are very present for each other. I did not enjoy being in school, so that's pointless to talk about. I could just give credit where it's due. My high school life really changed my trajectory musically. I joined the choir, and then ikakuwa tu upward from there. My choir was very disciplined, where hatukuwa tunacheza na kitu. So we'd wake up like at 4:30 a.m., be in the field, do 10 laps, come do sit-ups while warming up, do the laps while warming up. The voices separate and do individual practice. We all come together and do practice together. Alafu mnaenda class. Mnaenda breakfast, mwende class. And then jioni mrudi tena. Then after preps mrudi tena. Yeah, that I give thanks for. The Moi Girls School Nairobi Choir. You know, it's easy to call yourself a creative and then associate being a creative with I'm free to do whatever I want, anytime I want, however I want. It's true, but then I feel like your mentality hupea watu so much freedom to just be I'm gonna sleep at 1, wake up at 12, chill with nothing to do until sijui what time. It's enabled me to come up with a routine that keeps my voice healthy, keeps my body healthy, keeps my mind healthy, keeps the music going. Also helps to just be able to stick to the plan. Yeah, music has been it. Sina plan B. Sina staki. I want to grow more in this, so it's helped to stick to the plan. Kuna hii time class 4 tulikuwa tucheze so music club, si ati professional musical children. Tulikuwa tucheze national anthem kwa recorder. Alafu of course watu wako kwa clubs because lazima ufanye kitu before uende home. And ikafika Friday, siku ya parade, where the music club iko kando. Kila mtoto na record. Alafu you know how shrill those things are. Tukaanza kucheza. Not everyone remembered, but I remembered and I was so proud of myself. So I had to keep going, and then the ones who would remember would join in. That was significant. Kitambo, unajua hizo fresh memories you can't place whether they're between 2 years, 5 years, but I've always been singing. My grandpa, he used to play a lot of music, and unajua growing up in a big family utakumbushwa vitu so much. So kuna hizo stories za Bella ulikuwa unaimba ukiwa sijui hivi, babu akikuja mnaimba. And my parents supported this. My mother has supported my artistry fully. Maybe didn't quite understand it when I was growing up. But it's not like career-wise I knew I want to become a professional musician. I knew music is something I wanted in my life, I wanted to have. But eventually when I realized it can be a career, then that's when I started specializing. My folks were strict. That's a lie. They were. But my folks would enable artistic activities. Whenever we needed instruments, wangezusha like, sasa unajua, last time why should we buy you a guitar? Why should we buy you a recorder? Alafu unapata tu one random night. Lakini usifanye hivyo tena. Shika. Yeah, They supported me through this. My mom would play a lot of music, would sing together. I joined music club in primary. There's this one song I wrote when I was 16. It was heavily inspired by Sauti Sol because walikuwa tu wameanza ku get bigger at the time, and I'm like, this is what I want to do. I'm actually seeing a Kenyan group actualize it. It got to a point yenye sasa ikakuwa life is growing or expanding, and unajua ile fear ya what are you really doing with your life? So I was enrolled in law school. Yeah. I liked it. Haikukuwa ati kitu stressful, but my heart wasn't there. And then there was some confusion. Because imagine unataka kufanya music, uko shule, si ati una fail. So mbona utaki kufanya hii kitu? Yeah, na si ati hawa provide, but I just had to sit down and really structure. That's when the plan became clearer musically. And when I talked to them, I sat my mom down, I showed her what I want to do, how I want to do it, where I want to be, the short-term, long-term plan. She was like, yeah, so then let's go. Inaka easy? Hapana, haikukuwa easy. Sai inaweza inarate easily because make peace na how hard it was to be able to do it. Yeah, to be able to get here, but the gratitude gives way to ease. Again, class 4. I was highly musical when I was 10. 9, 10. In class, tulikuwa na this teacher anaitwa Mrs. Ndwiga. Miss Ndwiga. She was very beautiful. Yeah, Miss Ndwiga, she was such an awesome class teacher. My God, like she would show up so happy, inside and out, and even some days the class would feel like she's not okay. But hakukuwa walewa because I'm feeling bad, we will all feel bad. No. Yeah, anyway, tulikuwa tunaanza class with a prayer. So because we were diverse, they'd ask a Christian and a Muslim to pray, or whoever was around religiously to represent themselves. Yeah, and singing ilikuwa inaenda desk by desk so that kila mtu participate. So ikafika time yangu ya kuimba, lead the class. My God, yeah. I was anxious because I don't think I'd publicly sung for people. Like nilikuwa naimbia, my family knows I sing, you know, in the house I'm just there being a pop star in front of the TV. But sikuwa nimeifanya publicly for a while, actually ever. And this was in front of like 15, 20 kids all looking at you with big eyes, and Miss Ndwiga and all her happiness, and you don't want to disappoint her. Yeah, and I thought of one song. I don't remember what song, but I started singing and I shut my eyes and I was like, you know, whatever happens, I don't care. It's my turn, I'm gonna finish. Tomorrow, si mimi ndo nitaimba. And when I was done, it was still quiet. So I just kept my eyes shut and sat down. And I started clapping and I'm like, what? Why? And I looked around, they liked it. Miss Ndwiga liked it. She tried to make me sing every day, but I said no. Kuna hii song ya Isa na Brenda. Mos, pole, mos, twazienda mos, haraka, haina baraka. I thought, wow, it sounded melodic. Oh, it sounded so good. Even try to write like Isa. Isa had a way everyone in Nairobi could listen to him. Yeah, could understand him. Kila kitu ilikuwa right. That's when I think I started looking deeply into music beyond just there's this one famous singer who is singing this. Yeah, I think that's when nikaanza kuangalia who wrote this, why did they write this, what does this writing mean? I was so interested, I wanted to know. So like when you're done recording, where do you even go to record? Do you just do it in your house? What do you use to do it? Yeah, I used to think guys do it in their phones and just, you know, because kulikuwa na recorders but hakukuwa ati na hizi ma MP3s na nini, like iyo interface ya kustream. So I think you just get the old school recorder record and send it to the radio, and when they play it, it sounds right. But, you know, sikuingia studios as a child. Yeah. But nilikuanga, guy naji-expose. Nilikuwa, unajua hizo matabia za watoi acha nisi generalize. Mimi kama mtoto, nilikuwa na tabia ya kupanda walls. Nataka tu hiyo access. Sitaki kufeel nikaa nafungiwa ati lazima uende kwa gate. Unaenda house number. Haya. Unajua, I'll just try and enable myself. And one time I landed on the mushrooms wall. Langata. Nikakaa. Nilikaa hapo for a while. I was just like, wow. Walikuwa na rehearse kwa nyumba. That's when I saw guys playing instruments I'd seen people play, but seeing the people I've heard on radio play their music. Because at that time kulikuwa na hizo zinaitwa hii song Bwana nipe pesa watoto wana njaa. And they were playing it. I was like, so nilipanda hiyo wall a couple of times. Sijui sikuwa ifukuzwa, but kuna mtu aliambia mamangu nikakatazwa kupanda walls. At that time I didn't know. I didn't know. I was just experiencing it. So no, I didn't have studio experience until much later. Much later. Right after high school. The foundation was available. It wasn't as good as I would have wanted it to be. But then, Najwa, I can't just sit here and complain. Yeah, so I've been doing things to make it better. But right after high school, I knew this is what I wanted to do. It's now at that time there was some conflict with the folks about like do something real or something serious. Yeah, I enrolled in the conservatoire. Nikafanya voice, nikafanya guitar, nikafanya music theory. And then I started school and then I stopped. And then I saved up and I paid for more vocal classes for myself. I would leave class and go to another class that I actually liked. So around that time, that's when I started heavily investing in it, performing, started just doing open mics, Apo, K&T in town. Music took over. Class 2 ikabaki empty. Ikawachwa kuendwa. Yeah. I felt so bad. My parents were paying university money, but then I felt even worse lying to myself that this is what I want to do. It was so ushai feel nika unajiua, like unajua kenye unafanya ni kujiua. That's exactly what I was doing. And I knew my parents want the best for me. It's not they're shoving this down my throat. My parents give us as the siblings opportunities to talk. Hata kama they don't listen all the time, but that chance is there. Lakini hiyo fear ili outweigh kuwaendea, kuwaambia. Because kuna hiyo period yenye hakuna kitu unafanya. Alafu kila mtu ako either computer ama driving. Ama unajua hizo ma packages. Mimi sikuwa nataka any of that. Sikuwa naona the need for that. I wasn't even interested in driving. I just want music. I think internally I wanted to fill in the gaps zenye my foundation was missing. Yeah. Because I knew I wanted to invest in this thing, but I didn't have all of it pieced. Like my house would have broken. So ilibidi to reinforce. Yeah, so right after high school, conserve. And then conserve for a few years. And then back to music. So I wanted to know how to integrate choral music with pop, because you're not interest yangu. And then I wanted to know how to play guitar because I wanted to be able to write without having to depend on calling someone to jam or an instrumentalist or music theory. Ndo nielewe kenye nafanya. When I'm in a room with musicians, I'm not just lost waiting for people to constantly direct me. Yeah. But sasa after that, I did an artist development program. I went to Sauti Academy, and then after Sauti, just more performing. Basically, it's been performing that's been giving me your experiential lessons. Yeah. But I've had to reinforce musically. Yeah. Because shule along those lines, I'm okay with it. Ni kama sijui niseme aje, ni kama footballer mwenye atakwambia mimi sindangi kwa pitch za watu. Nachezanga tu kwa backyard yangu. Come on. Yeah, you need a coach, you need a physician, you need a physical therapist, mtu anajua when something is wrong. You need teammates, exactly, because kukua in these places, it showed me how I'm not unique. No one's unique, and that's what makes music what it is. Because I can talk about my experience, na wewe we feel, because you're going through it. Because some people get into it with this whole superstar mentality and uniqueness strapped tightly to their egos. And yeah, you're not the only one having a human experience. So sharing it musically, inasaidia. Being around other people, inasaidia. Like, I know this other musician thinks like this, talks about these things. I don't talk about these things, I talk about these things. No. It widens your perspective. It opens your mind. You need your teammates and you need instructors. Sikukuwa prepared atina zote, but nilikuwa willing kuzijua. Pia kutafuta, kufanya tu research, you know. Performance-wise, since I'd been doing this in high school, I did like solo performances, I did duets, I did quartets, I did a whole choir. I'd already experienced being on stage, having an audience watch you. Doing this in front of my family, I have a huge family. Tuko wengi. Yeah, hiyo ni audience tayari. So performance-wise, I wasn't at the best, but I knew hiyo woga ilikuwa imetoka kiasi. I still get anxious when I'm getting on stage, but ni ile tu ya ujikumbushe uko kwa hiyo mwili. And then sasa recording came after. I just started in like friends' studios. Msea kona equipment kwa room yake, tuna experiment, kulea sounds, and that also inasaidia into performance, and also performance inasaidia into studio. But I feel in this age yenye tuko, kukua tu kitu kimoja ni kuji-waste. You know, ukona space, ukona reach, ukona... Yeah, for people to book you live, at least wakusikize. So if you're not recording, where am I gonna hear you? If you're not recording your shows that are taking the videos, doing visual content creation, where will people hear you? But sasa, now that's again where the music business comes in. And then unaongea about your image and branding. And I feel like hizo tatu, performance, studio, and music business, ni kitu symbiotic. They all feed into each other. If you can learn what works for you in studio, then you learn how to write for yourself. You learn how to layer your voices for yourself. You know who to collaborate with. Sasa, iyo introduce another artist. What we were talking about, the team, the community. And then sasa music business comes in. Umework na producer. Who owns what rights? Who owns what percentage of what you've worked on? How are you distributing it? Yeah, it goes into detail, but all of it feeds from each other. Ndo usikuwe a starving artist. Build a routine. You need to practice. You need to sharpen your craft. You can't just be playing the same chords at every gig. Singing the same song at every gig. Practice, man. You get better. You tap into bigger worlds than you imagined. You know, like ukianza uko tu hapa, and then practice to sharpen your skills. Practice to improve. Because kama nilikuwa nafanya tizi jana. Let me give a personal example. I am a soprano 1, meaning I sing uko juu. Nataka kufika juu kabisa. So range yangu initially, it wasn't as high as it is now. And I can tell that my range has improved because of practice. Because kitambo nilikuwa nafika from hapa to hapa. And then nikaongeza another octave. And then nikaongeza 2 notes kidogo into the next octave. Alafu sasa niko... Unaona, it's because of practice. Practice to meet other people. Yeah, you're not an island. Mtu asikudanganya ati you need yourself. No, you need each other. Practice to meet other artists, to know what complements your music. Yeah, you could just be jamming and a saxophone player joins you and you realize, oh, okay, maybe my music doesn't need horns. You jam and you end up playing with someone who, like another voice, and you're like, yeah, I probably need 5 other voices to complement my music. Kitu kingine, invest in people in terms of a team. Sasa when it comes to, you're done in the studio, and then what? Song itakaa tu hapo. So if you've invested in a team, then you probably have a producer you work with often. You probably have a photographer you work with often, and a videographer who shows up occasionally, who can take videos or photos, create content for you, so that now post-studio. Sasa umetoka umefanya tizi, your craft is good, umeenda studio, you've recorded, you know what to put out. And then your team helps you to take it even further. And because you have a team, your team knows exactly what to do. You're not the one doing everything, so you're not overwhelmed to not be able to read the fine print. So probably in your team you have a lawyer, you get certain contracts and they're crazy, and the lawyer catches it and can help. Or wewe umedelegate vizuri, that you can do bits here and there and still achieve whatever you're going after. Get the team, and then sasa really check in. Your music business knowledge is crucial, because there's sharks and demons out here that just prey on willing creators, and your well of creation is endless. So usipojua what to do, usipojua, yeah, get your team in order. Get your team in order, and also jifunze, jua vitu. Usiwache tu kazi kwa ati, oh, I have a manager, they're gonna deal with everything. Be involved, because it's your work, man. It's your work. Why are you giving other people your work? Okay. It's been a while. Yani, I'm gonna be 10 years in this next year. So memory yangu sio fresh. Yeah, I don't remember like much to do with earnings. Because I also started out clueless. Yeah, you know, some places I played, I didn't even bother to ask to get paid, because I was like, I just want to do my music. Sheesh. Kanza kustarve, ikakuwa, now check your reality, get it straight. It was a gradual thing. You see, in terms of how I invested in it, I knew where I wanted to be, and a part of me really knew the quality of what I'm providing, like my voice, my writing, my arranging, and what I was being paid stopped making sense. And then I just started asking for more, but with the asking for more, I put in more work. Yeah, and Ivo too, constant practice, knowing how much I've grown, knowing the worth also has grown.